friends, you're watching BrainStormAcres. I'm Henry. Well, you haven't seen or heard much of me for the past, probably 3.5 months. And there's a long story about that. But let's get on. I've got a couple things to do, and we'll talk about it in the process. First, let's go take a look at some iris we've got blooming. This spring's blooms have been really glorious. The iris are coming on great. And we have one yellow one. We have a bunch. These iris bulbs all came from a friend of ours who passed away a number of years ago. Eve was a fabulous person, and she was busy renewing her iris bed and said, I have all the extra tubers. If you'd like some, come get them, they're yours. So we did, and we made this entire bed several years ago. It's really coming into its own, doing great. Well, I have a bunch of things to do over here. There are things I needed to do for days, some of them weeks. In the meantime, we have more bachelor buttons. If you were in the UK, you'd be calling these cornflowers. Bunch of different colors. It's kind of cool. These plants have really shot up. Part of that's because we had some rain at the right time of year, and others because, well, we have Irene's service dog who was busy watering the plants. Now, I did get out here and cut down some grass with a weed whacker. Time to do it again, but at least I got the first round done. My first order of business is going to be to finish repairing this piece of irrigation. Now, what's missing is I need to put a new union right here. So I had to cut the old one off. So it should fit in there exactly right. We'll check that in a little bit. Then the next thing is I need to replumb these raised beds right here. I have a couple things to do. One is I need to change some tires and inner tubes on the garden cart, and then I need to bring some more of the decomposing straw from the backyard and put it into these beds. But first I need to get all of that piping moved into the bed. What I'm going to do is set it up so I can put it underground, but right now, today, I'm going to go ahead and put the uprights through the wall and into the beds. I'm going to set up a temporary connection to water going to the greenhouse. And I have to blast some dirt out of the end of this hose bib because I don't want the dirt going into the greenhouse, because that goes into a bunch of small passages and things that will get clogged up and could stop working correctly. So let's see if I can get some water out of it. I got water out. blasted a little bit of dirt out. There wasn't a whole lot of it in it, but now I'm going to go ahead and connect the hose. And then I'll go up the other end to make sure it's closed off. I'll pressurize this line and check for leaks. I've had to patch one of these hoses in previous years because it did get a hole in it. I think I may have actually run it over with a tractor. That's what happened. And that tore the hose up a bit. That feels tight. And that feels tight. So, we're walking up the greenhouse now. Well, all the valves are set in the right direction, so I'm going to go ahead and pressurize this hose. There's water running, so let's go see if there's any leaks in the hose. There's 1, 2, 3 connections here where it could be leaking, so we'll go take a look at them. We had to be down in Prescott yesterday for a doctor's appointment for Irene, so we went to a few shops where we needed to pick up a few things. One of the things, we picked up some new hose washers. This is really important for getting the connection from our in the yard water system to the greenhouse to actually work, because right now there's leaks everywhere. There's a connection between the hose, one hose to another, or from a spigot to the hose, and then from the hose to the spigot at the greenhouse. Now, these are new. They're more resilient than what we had. I'm going to go ahead and replace the ones in the system right now, see if that takes care of the leaks. What I'll do is put these in place and then pressurize that hose and let it sit there for half hour or an hour. That should give you a clue how much it leaks, if at all. It should be fun. These wires right here went to an outlet, and you'll notice the outlet's not there anymore. I've been looking at these particular kinds of outlets that were installed here. Now, I didn't actually install these specific outlets. They were installed by a friend of mine who is helping with some of the work. And right now it's working. But those outlets have what's called a backstab connection on them. The problem with that is those outlets become unreliable over time. So I believe what's actually happening is that as these outlets age, as they're used, as there's any kind of moisture that comes into the studio, the connections no longer are reliable. So sometimes this one will fail, sometimes the next one will fail. It just bounces all over the place. And that's kind of indicative of a lower cost, lower priced outlet, which is, I think, exactly what we have going on here. Unfortunately, I don't have a better quality outlet to replace this one with. That will be the final determination of whether or not my assessment is correct. But I have a very, very good feeling that this is actually the thing to do to solve the problem.